Can we find a way to regrow my fur?
We took our ball and we went home.
Gran Torino.
I will storm Hollywood.
Gust of Rakatos, gust of Rakatos, gust of Rakatos, gust of Rakatos, gust of Rakatos.
Yeah, just attach it on It Looks Natural-ish.
Yeah.
Hey, if you get up close, you can tell it's not really dog hair.
So far, it's just brimming with sunshine.
Sushi jackknife. 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 Sushi jackknife.
There's like a weird whistle in my headphones.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
My headphones are whistling.
Okay. See if I can sort that out for
Maybe
you.
I have tinnitus.
You might. You might have tinnitus.
I could have tinnitus.
You could. Tinnitus is that ringing in your ears.
Yeah.
A lot of weird things cause that, I learned. Mm-hmm. Mint, for example. Heavy amounts of mint intake can cause tinnitus.
I don't think we have to worry about that being an issue.
No,
here.
not for you.
No.
Mint, what else? There's some sort of medication I took recently that was talking about how it could cause tinnitus. And I was like, well, yeah, there you go.
Well, I probably wasn't taking that.
No.
Unless it's some sort of multivitamin or maybe a fish oil supplement.
You know, I'd be curious to know.
Fish oil supplements do not cause tinnitus. I'm going out on a limb and saying that right now.
On a fish limb.
Exactly.
On an official fish limb. That's why I didn't know that you had this hatred for electronic music.
Yeah.
I didn't know that about
Well,
you.
I mean, it all sounds the same. It's not a hatred as much as show me one song that sounds wildly different than the others and maybe I'll be impressed. But they all follow the exact same format of soft noise, soft noise, soft noise, more noise, more noise, more noise, bass drops. Everything comes back down, build it back up, bass drops again.
Have you ever listened to Aphex Twin?
No, why would I do that?
Aphex Twin is not like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, does it still sound like electronic music?
Yeah, but it's
Then
not
I'm
like
not
that.
interested.
Okay. See.
If it sounds like something that would be created by a robot,
Bleep, bloop, bleep, bloop, bleep, bloop, bleep.
plus I generally am annoyed by electronic artists,
Okay.
mostly because I know how much tickets to their concerts cost.
Are they expensive?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That's interesting.
And they're doing a job that can be done by an iPod shuffle.
I didn't know you had such ire about all this.
It's if you're not playing an actual instrument live, why should I see you? Why should I see you?
There's a guy named Square Pusher who plays a bass live.
Okay.
And he also does he does the beats and everything, and he also plays bass live. It's
Okay.
pretty impressive.
Does he play the beats live?
Yeah, sometimes some of it. Yeah.
But sometimes he just hits the play button.
Sure, they all do.
On his MacBook.
Well, no, he doesn't use a MacBook. I don't think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a lot. I mean, people do use the MacBook, but there's a whole period where like the MacBook was not a thing,
Right.
really.
Right.
So
It's a lot of them are less talented DJs because they're just up there hitting buttons. They don't even have to do record scratches or anything. They're just hitting buttons.
wow, we're gonna have to agree to disagree.
I'm not saying anything about the creating of the music. I'm saying
Performance.
anyone who pays $80 to see Skrillex hit a button
Now some of that
is
stuff.
a chump.
Now some of that stuff they do. Wow, strong words. Now, some of that stuff they do. They actually manipulate things live, and they'll sort of build. You know what I mean? A song.
I
live.
also don't enjoy any music that is existing solely for people to dance like they're in a club. I don't do club dancing or dancing in general.
Yeah.
I don't dance. I have been taught that that's how you go to hell. So
You are misguided at best.
It's no good. Hell is going to just be filled with a bunch of electronic artists and people with glow sticks. That's all that's going to be there. A lot of bass dropping.
Well, hell sounds kind of fun.
No, it sounds miserable.
Welcome to Sushi Jackknife, guys. We're back. We sort of had a little bit of a thing where we weren't here because Nathan...
No, don't tell them.
Don't tell him?
That's none of their business.
Okay, well, personal information, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, you can tell them if you want.
I'm going to tell him.
Okay.
Nathan had
well,
to go-
don't tell them. It's none of their business. Though.
Well, but...
Okay, you can tell them.
Okay.
But just so everyone listening knows, the stuff you're about to hear is none of your business.
Okay.
So buzz off.
Yeah. All right. You had to go to Michigan.
Yeah.
For a work thing. For like a week.
Yeah, I was there for a week.
Yeah.
In the great state of Michigan, home of lead-filled water.
Yes.
And despair.
Did that issue come up at all for you while you were there?
No,
The lead-filled thing? Lead water?
Well, where do you think I went?
I mean, I don't know.
They're not going to send me to Flint, Michigan. First off, there are no businesses to go to in Flint, Michigan.
Okay. A
Second
new market? Maybe it's a new
I
market.
would be dead if I went to Flint, Michigan.
Okay.
Flint, Michigan is the most murder-filled city in America.
We talked about this.
Yeah.
Yes, we have talked about this.
And the most lead-filled.
Yeah. Two kinds of lead.
Yeah,
Bullet
it's very
lead
bad.
And water lead.
I drove by a highway that went to Flint, and I didn't even flinch. I just went, no, thank you, and kept going. For two reasons. Number one, I wasn't going there to begin with.
Right.
Number two, it's Flint.
Did you drive all the way?
I mean, I drove from the airport.
You flew and then drove.
Yeah.
Drove?
I drove a
You
car.
drove. You drove. In Michigan, they don't drive. They drove.
They drove.
Yeah. You went to Lansing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the state capital.
Ah.
This has
Not
been
Detroit.
the educational portion of Sushi Jackknife. We'll be educating you on a new capital every new episode.
Oh,
Or
that
just
sounds
this
fun.
one.
I like that.
Yeah. Something I didn't realize, and I'm still not sure why. I could do the research probably and find out, but I don't care that much. Michigan loves cherry-flavored crap.
Really?
They have cherry-flavored coffee. The coffee shop that is located near where I was working had a special chocolate and cherry latte. All sorts of cherry stuff. The guy I was with got some sort of salad dressing, had cherry in it. Yeah.
Do they grow cherries
I
in
don't
Michigan
know.
or something?
I have no idea.
Interesting.
I told you I've done no research into this.
Cherry coffee.
It tastes exactly as terrible as you would imagine.
Did you try it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It tastes like if you have ever wondered, hey, what would coffee taste like if I put Robitussin in it? It tastes like that. It's like, coffee and chemicals. That's great. I don't know if there are chemicals. It just tastes like there
Tastes
are.
like there's chemicals, like some sort of residue. And it wouldn't be surprising if there were chemicals, given the fact that it's Michigan.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if I don't get lead poisoning from the coffee, it's a good day.
I was just picturing you, like, if you had gone to Flint, you know, you're having to carry, like, all this water with you. Like, the plane is just loaded down with water.
Well,
Everyone is
I wouldn't have to carry water
flying
with
in
me
water. Why?
because I would be shot the minute I walked into
that's
Flint.
right. That's right.
I would last a grand total of 20 minutes in Flint.
Now, in my mind's eye, you're like Clint Eastwood walking into Flint, and then someone just guns you down. Like you're like setting up for the shootout, and while you're doing that, someone just pulls an AK and bappa bappa bappa.
I don't think I get compared to Clint Eastwood often enough. I think that should happen more often.
Oh, okay. As a friend, I can do that for you.
No, I just think everyone in the world should.
Oh, now hear this.
I'm essentially a modern day Clint Eastwood.
No, Clint Eastwood is a modern day Clint Eastwood.
No. He's too old to be the modern day Clint Eastwood.
No, he's still Clint Eastwood.
Agree or disagree?
I think, this is me personally, I think Clint Eastwood could easily take me in a fight.
Now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, he's what, 80 something? And I'm 30.
At least, yeah.
One. So, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
he would destroy you.
He would absolutely destroy me. Or you.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm the modern day Clint Eastwood, so it might be a draw.
You're going to really need to start making some Westerns if you're the modern day Clint Eastwood. Chop, chop.
I mean, I don't make official Westerns. It's more like unofficial with my phone. I had a shootout with my cat the other day.
Really?
I won.
Oh.
Turns out cats can't hold guns. So. Wish someone had told me that before we started.
You know who really might be the modern day Clint Eastwood? Brolin. What do you think about Josh Brolin?
No.
No? He's in a lot of Western
What
stuff.
a joke.
Yeah?
No one's the modern day Clint Eastwood except me. Brolin.
I like Brolin.
He's too old to be the next Clint Eastwood, though.
Well, how old was Clint Eastwood when Clint Eastwood became Clint Eastwood?
Oh, I mean, I'm sure he started in his 20s.
Yeah, he's probably.
Brolin's easily over
40s.
40.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
By the time we get to Dirty Harry, is Clint in his, 30s?
Oh, Dirty Harry, he's older.
He's older.
Yeah.
Okay.
He had to be in his 50s during Dirty Harry.
Really?
Wouldn't you think so?
I don't know. That's 70s, right? I mean, his career started in what, the 50s?
Probably. I'm going to have to do the research here.
All I know is Gran Torino.
Which is his finest movie.
That's a good movie.
I don't care what anyone says.
I like that movie. I like $1 Million Baby. I like Gran Torino.
Let's see.
I like, what's the name of that movie? Is it Mystic River?
That is a movie.
This is a movie with Sean Penn?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, that was an intense movie.
He has been an active actor since 1954. Wow. So he was 24 when he got started.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah. All right.
So
he's older than I think.
Let's see. The first Dirty Harry was 71. I thought it was later than that.
It's got a 70s feel to it.
So definitely. He was 41.
Yeah, okay, I could see that.
So he was 41.
Yeah.
So
he did that thing that a lot of people did in the 70s where their hair got higher.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Not ladies' hair. Ladies' hair had been high.
Right.
But men's hair just got taller. You ever see George Jones? Mm-hmm. He had tallish.
It did get
hair.
tall, and I'm not sure. I don't know if that was an evolutionary thing.
Yeah.
Or just male sales of hairspray went way up.
No,
during
I think
the
that's
70s.
it. I mean, Roger Moore in your Bond, his hair was definitely taller.
That's why no one likes him as a Bond.
Oh, I like him. I like them all. I'll just be
all of them.
I don't love Pierce Brosnan, and I've given it a fair shake. Given it, he pouts too much. You know what I mean?
He pouts.
He's got that you know how
he's a moody Bond.
No, it's
I don't want to do it.
No, it's a thing that it's the Zoolander thing. It's the quote unquote sexy pout. You know what I mean?
He's mugging for the camera.
Yeah.
Okay.
He does that too much. I don't know.
Having watched one of his movies, one of his Bond movies in my lifetime, I don't remember. I don't remember.
I've seen Goldeneye, of course, and
I think that was the one I watched.
I think I watched The World Is Not Enough. Yeah, The World Is Not Enough recently, which wasn't all bad, but they just didn't know what they were doing then. I watched Skyfall last night, which of course I like that movie a lot.
Nah, I haven't watched it.
You haven't seen Skyfall?
No.
It's good.
You realize I've seen 5 Bond movies.
Really?
Yeah.
Which ones do you know?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I know I saw Casino Royale.
Yeah. It's a good one.
That's it. That's the only one I remember.
Well, you've got a
sure.
pretty good selection behind you here.
I don't care enough.
I know you don't.
I don't.
I get into things.
The early ones are too corny for me.
Oh, the early ones are,
and the late ones are too long.
You know what?
I don't have the attention span.
They're all long. They're all 2 hours at least.
2 hours isn't that long.
Well, they're usually 2 hours plus, 2.5.
Yeah, that's too long. I can't do it.
The one that gets most appreciated as a film is probably From Russia with Love.
Okay, still not going to watch it.
Well, if you wanted to watch one, you could watch that.
I've got a list of movies I want to watch, and that's not even cracking the top 100.
What's on the list?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's you know how to get onto my Netflix. You can see.
This is true. You know,
I like the documentaries.
you do like documentaries. And
I
you-
watch a lot of the
sports documentaries in particular.
Well, sports documentaries, but it can't just be a sports documentary. It has to touch on some sort of societal impact by the sport.
Through the sports.
Yeah. 30 for 30 documentaries are the best.
I've seen a lot of that. And I've been almost intrigued a few times. I just don't have the context.
You don't need the context.
Oh, really?
They
I don't need
provide the context.
Oh, good.
I mean, some of them you might need the context.
See what I'm
But
saying?
most of them, you don't need the context.
Okay.
There's one where they compare the life of a soccer player named Pablo something,
Okay.
and then compare it with the rising up of Pablo Escobar.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Any soccer one, you don't need the background because the people who make 30 for 30 documentaries know it's for an American audience, and they know no one has any context when it comes to soccer because we don't care.
This is pretty true, actually.
So they give you as much background as they can jam in there.
Right. This is a soccer ball.
Yeah. There's one that it's very good, talking about the rise of hip hop in L.A. Alongside the L.A. Raiders coming to town.
Okay.
So you got a lot of NWA stuff. Ice Cube directed it. Oh, it's good.
Nice.
It's good.
Nice.
Yeah. They're doing a nice 5-part documentary about O.J. Simpson.
I heard about
Coming
that.
up.
I heard about that.
So, spoiler alert. Kills a couple people in it.
Yeah, he did.
I mean,
He did.
not officially,
Well,
but unofficially. Yeah, no, he like murdered the crap
whether
out of
he
those
did
people.
or he didn't,
Well, he
everyone
did.
thinks he did.
And he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My point exactly.
Yeah.
Were you old enough to have watched some of that on TV?
The trial?
The real trial?
I didn't watch any of the first one, but I remember the news coverage of the civil trial
Yeah.
afterwards.
Yeah, okay. That might have been what I saw too. Because what I saw went on for weeks.
Well, the original one was months.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, the
okay.
jury was off for a couple weeks deciding.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
bizarre.
Oh, and you know what? The cable companies the news companies must have made a killing because it was constant.
Oh, yeah.
It's constant. I used to, I would stay with my grandma at the dry cleaners that she worked at when I was out in the summer.
Yeah.
And we watched it incessantly. And I'm like 9. And so
Wait, what was the other show you watched there?
Northern Exposure,
And
Doogie Howser,
no, there was one other one you've mentioned on the podcast.
Price is Right.
No, it had a theme song.
Oh, Dear John.
There we go.
Yeah.
So
I watched a lot of TV there.
as a child,
Yep.
you're like, is Dear John on?
Yeah.
No, Dear John's not on. Is Northern Exposure on? No, I'll watch the murder trial.
Yeah.
Okay.
Northern Exposure would have been my top choice. I actually liked that show a lot as a child. I looked forward to it.
I don't. I've watched it once, maybe.
Yeah.
My parents watched it, I'm sure.
It was kind of an odd show, really.
I was busy playing with Legos.
Yeah. Well, I was never
Stacking bricks.
I was never a Lego kid.
Oh, you missed out.
No, I don't think I did.
Oh, you did.
I played with them, but I was never huge into the Legos.
It crafts your creativity.
I'm pretty creative. Not to sound conceited.
Imagine how much more creative you would be.
if I had played with more Legos.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Dear John zapped you of creativity.
He did set me up to be a little bit of a sad sack, which took some years to overcome. It's a bit of a Charlie Brown.
Oh, you overcame that?
Yeah.
When was that?
Well, I did feel better.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, you overcame that. Speaking of Charlie Brown, I watched some Charlie Brown with my son recently, and I think it was A Boy Named Charlie Brown, which I think was the first thing. Whatever.
I'll take your word
There
for
are
it.
parts of that are pretty trippy. Just saying. There's a lot of like colors and music and dancing and children choirs and stuff.
You know what I learned about Charles Schultz a while back?
What's that?
You're very familiar with the Peanuts soundtrack.
Yeah.
Charles Schultz, the creator of Peanuts, hated jazz.
No way.
Hated it.
That's interesting.
The soundtrack did not like the soundtrack.
Huh. They pushed it through, huh?
I guess so.
Huh. The Vince Guaraldi stuff. Yeah.
Hated it.
So what did he like? Did he like classical music or something?
I didn't learn that.
Okay.
I just learned that he hated
Didn't
jazz.
like jazz.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, in the era he grew up in, it was probably like Perry Como.
Yeah. Might have been. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Real easy.
That jazz was
stuff.
just too funky for him.
I mean, but arguably, like, everything was jazz starting from, like, I don't know, the 40s. I mean, your pop music was essentially jazz music.
Yeah, bad jazz.
Yeah. Sinatra is jazz, you know what I mean? All that is
Not as good.
jazz.
Jazz.
I like
I'm not going to
some
say
Sinatra.
bad jazz,
Okay.
but not as good.
Well, everybody has an opinion about jazz. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and you know where I stand
I do.
on big bands.
You hate big band.
Not all big band, but
Benny Goodman in particular you don't like? Yeah.
Benny Goodman.
You got to shudder when I said Benny Goodman.
If I could meet one person, living or dead, I'd meet Benny Goodman, just so I could smack him upside the head.
You can meet Benny Goodman at a young age when he's going to pick up the clarinet and be like, hey, kid, here's a trumpet.
Look, what, you like reeds? Have a saxophone.
Yeah, there you go.
Enjoy a saxophone.
Yeah. Give him like a baritone so he never gets the melody line.
Yeah. But I really like the clarinet. Slap.
Shut up, Benny.
Clarinet.
You could convince him to name his first big band Benny and the Jets.
Oh. Now how great would that be?
That'd be pretty great. And then Bertie Taupin would have some troubles down the road. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. He's got electric boots, a mohair suit. For the longest time in my life, I may have said this in the past, but the longest time I thought the lyric was, he's got electric boots, his mom has two. Or she's got electric boots, her mom has two. That's not. Like that they both had electric boots. Like they went electric boot shopping together.
What would an electric boot be?
I don't really know. I was thinking like, I guess maybe some kind of boot that conducts electricity. Maybe
Why would you want that?
To keep people away? I don't know.
That seems dangerous.
Well, yeah, it does. Or
What
maybe
if you step in a puddle?
Yeah, it's true. They're done for.
Yeah, it's not good.
Maybe it's like a thing where they charge or something via your movements. I don't know.
Well, but what would be the benefit?
The purpose? Yeah.
Why would you need your boots to
Maybe
charge?
they stick to stuff. You know? Maybe it's like a magnetism.
Like a superhero sort of setup?
Yeah, kind of thing.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't either. I can't find a good electric boot. And to be truthful, a mohair suit is that just like, what's mohair? Really? Is that kind of like velvety fuzz stuff?
I don't know.
Okay.
What do I look like? The suit expert?
Yeah, you kind of do.
Wow. I mean, I am wearing my three-piece right now.
You're Tom Ford at that. Yeah.
So
look at you.
Mm-hmm. I like to get dressed up for the podcast.
Yeah, well.
It makes me feel like I'm at my best.
And then come down to the dusty basement where we record.
Let your dogs jump all over me.
Yep.
Nose at my crotch.
Yep. Perilously at your crotch.
Oh, yes.
All the time.
So, speaking of all the movies, we've spoken a lot about movies.
We have.
My wife and I have finished watching all of the Best Picture nominees.
Of this year?
Mm-hmm. We just did this.
Wow. Good for you.
That was how we spent Valentine's Day. This is my most rebellious moment in my lifetime.
Okay.
We went to a movie. We snuck in snacks. Then,
oh no,
we went to another movie.
Oh, you did.
We double featured.
Nice.
We double featured.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Turns out, if you're going to do a double feature, having Brooklyn be the second movie in the double feature. Not a great idea. It's a long, boring movie.
I haven't even heard of Brooklyn.
It's about an Irish immigrant.
Oh, okay.
She moves to. I'm letting you guess.
Yeah.
Where
New
does she
York?
move? Well, more
City.
specifically, where?
Brooklyn.
That's right. Yeah. She moves to
I was
Brooklyn.
going to say the Bronx, but then something told me.
For a movie called Brooklyn, a surprising amount of it took place in Ireland.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
More about the journey, maybe.
it's not. It will not win. I've decided. I've voted. Not
Not gonna
the
win.
winner. Not the best picture.
What all is nominated? You would know.
Well, let me tell you. First off, the one that blows my mind, Mad Max,
Yeah.
Fury Road.
Yeah. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
What'd you think? You're the only person I've heard say that. I still haven't seen
It's
it.
just a car chase the whole movie.
That's what I heard. Yeah. Very
That's
little
not
dialogue.
interesting.
Yeah.
It's very, very nicely shot. But
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't understand why people raved about it. I don't understand why it's a Best Picture nominee.
Yeah.
It's the worst out of all of them,
Okay.
by far.
Okay.
You got The Martian.
Yeah.
Very good.
You liked it?
Very good.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, very
Okay.
good. Scientifically correct.
That's what I heard. I've heard Andy Weir being interviewed by a bunch of sciencey, physicsy people, astronomy people, and they're like, yeah.
Yeah. The author of the book spent a very long time researching everything, making sure it was very accurate. The best movie, and I know you will assume it's a very morbid movie, but it is not nearly as morbid as you would expect.
Okay.
Room.
Yeah, we talked about Room a little bit.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great.
I don't think I can bear to watch.
It's such a good movie.
The premise is that, what is it, a mother?
It's
woman.
like the case, sort of like the case in Cleveland,
Right.
where the man had kidnapped people and had them living in a house.
Right.
But the reason the movie is so good is she has a child while in the room.
Right.
And she has raised the child. So the movie is told from the point of view of the child
Right.
as he is removed from the room, the only place he's ever known in life,
Right.
and experiences the outside world for the first time.
Oh, I see. Okay. See, I thought it was.
it's good.
I thought most of it took place in the room.
Like half.
Oh, okay.
But it's still very good.
Okay.
Very good.
Okay.
Very good.
Yeah.
Told from the point of view from a child, it's a lot less depressing.
Well, that's actually encouraging. It's actually encouraging.
Fantastic movie.
Okay.
And Brie Larson, best actress.
Yeah. Is that the mother?
Oh,
Or-
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If she doesn't win, I'll be upset.
Okay.
I will storm Hollywood. I will start punching people. Just random people.
Leonard Maltin. Bam.
What do you have to do with any of this?
Nothing.
Let's see. What else we got? Brooklyn, as previously mentioned. The Big Short.
Haven't seen that. Haven't heard of it even.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
Big Short. Who's in that?
It's about the housing crisis
Okay.
and how a bunch of people made money off the housing crisis.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they made money by screwing the banks.
Oh, they screwed the. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, I mean, they still made money because everyone else suffered.
Gotcha.
So you got to.
Yeah.
It's a funnier movie than you would expect.
Okay.
It's very funny. It's
fictional?
It's got Steve Carell in it. No, it's not fictional. It's fact-based.
Oh.
It's based on a true story.
No, I know that, but like for a second there, you made it kind of sound like a documentary. Until
No.
you said Steve Carell.
No, I mean,
And then
it's a fact-based movie.
Fact-based fictional movie.
It's not fictional.
Well, the story.
No,
Right.
it's not fictional, though.
Okay.
It's a true story. It's not a documentary.
Oh, someone's true story.
Yes, it's a true story.
Okay. I
It's
see.
not a documentary.
Gotcha.
It has Steve Carell in it.
Okay, great.
And Ryan Gosling,
Oh, okay.
Christian Bale.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Star-studded cast.
I haven't even seen a preview for this movie.
Well, you've missed out.
Apparently.
It's directed by Adam McKay.
Oh, Adam McKay, yep.
Yeah. So
He did he do, what did he do?
he did Talladega Nights.
Oh, yeah. I like
Basically everything Will Ferrell has ever done.
Okay, yeah.
So
I love
it's,
Talladega Nights.
it's very weird that a Best Picture nominee is directed by someone who directed Talladega Nights. It's a weird situation.
Interesting.
Very awkward.
Yeah, well,
Let's see what else we got. I don't know. It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Room should win. That's all there is to it.
all right. I totally miss. We did what you did a few years ago. Well, we rented them all. So that was the year that it was Life of Pi and what else was? Gosh, I don't even remember what else was out.
Oh, I remembered the other big one.
Okay.
The Revenant.
Oh yeah, how was that?
It's good.
Yeah,
it's good.
It looked intense.
It's intense.
Yeah, I'm not so into
I don't
intense.
know. It's still not as good as Room.
Yeah.
It's. Let me give you the general plot outline of this.
All right.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yes.
Marries an Indian woman. She is killed.
Okay.
Then he is guiding a bunch of other people across some wilderness area.
Yeah.
And he gets attacked by a bear. And they want to leave him behind. So this guy kills his son so that he can leave him behind.
What?
We're getting to the rest of the movie.
Okay.
Then he meets an Indian who helps him.
Okay.
Even though he's been mauled by a bear and been left for dead.
Okay.
The Indian is then killed.
Oh. So far, it's just brimming with sunshine.
He finally makes it back to the fort, and the person who killed his son, he's going to go track him down, so this other guy goes to help him. That guy dies.
Wow.
Essentially, anyone close to him dies. He has a horse at one point.
No.
Care to guess?
Does it die?
Yeah, the horse dies. The horse dies.
It's like never-ending story.
Yeah, there's a lot of things dying. So
it would have been probably a better movie if the Never-Ending Story song just started in the middle. Mm-hmm. Never-ending story, and the bear flies down and he rides the bear.
The bright side, the ending, is he then kills the guy who killed his son.
Oh, good.
So
I guess that's positive.
Tit for tat.
Yeah. Eye for an eye and all that.
Anyway.
What?
So that one will win awards.
Yeah. I did catch a preview for Hail Caesar, which looks great.
Yeah.
The new Coen brothers.
Yeah.
I think it looks really fun and interesting.
Can I be real about the Coen brothers?
Yeah, go ahead.
No Country for Old Men?
Yeah.
Didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
I didn't like it.
Oh, I love that movie.
Nothing happened in the movie. It was boring to me.
I don't know.
It was well shot.
Yeah, definitely well shot.
Did not care for the movie.
I don't know.
I'm the only one in the world who didn't like it.
yeah.
Well, my wife also did not like it.
Okay. Well, I just have to part ways with you there.
I don't understand
I thought it was so good.
Why? What was so good about it?
It was different. It was just different.
Different's not always good.
Well, but this was different. Yeah, I know. Like, if it was a movie about, a penguin that became friends with a dolphin.
Actually, that sounds fantastic.
Okay, well, I guess that's not that different. I'm struggling to come up with an example. I mean, if it was a standard kind of, because it could have been a standard movie about a murderer. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it really wasn't. Like it was. I don't know. It was just different. It was a chase movie in a sense, but it was also.
Maybe that's why they lost me.
Character study. You know what I mean?
I don't care about chase movies. Maybe that's why.
Oh, okay, all right.
And I didn't like. Was it Javier Bardem?
Yeah.
I didn't like him.
Whoa, really?
I didn't like him.
Oh, I thought he was great.
No, I don't like it.
See, I'm coming off a Javier Bardem thing because he's the villain in Skyfall.
He
too. So I'm riding high.
His entire everyone talked about how great he was.
Yeah,
but his entire character was meant to not show emotion most of the time.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I can act in that way.
I don't know that you can. He had that.
I just have to have dead eyes. It's
easy. No, it was more than that. Because there were moments when a little bit would slip through.
Well, that's just a mistake. His character's not supposed to do that.
No, he's a very dynamic actor.
He slipped up in that. Well, I'm not saying anything bad about him as an actor.
Yeah.
I just don't.
I liked it. And of course, I mean, I mean, I'm a sucker for something like that too, because there's the great quote that there is no country for old men. I think is that I believe that's a Yeats quote, if I'm not mistaken. And I thought it was a great movie. It sticks in my mind as like a really great movie from the last few. That and like, oh geez, Inglourious Bastard sticks in my mind. I like that movie a lot.
But that's a better movie.
I don't know. I can't really compare the two.
Dialogue's way better. I like dialogue.
Okay.
It's another reason I wasn't a huge fan of Revenant.
Okay. Not a lot of dialogue, I would imagine.
Well, I mean, he kills everyone. He doesn't, but they all die. Who's he going to talk to?
Yeah.
It's a lot of him just making this noise.
So that's a style thing then. You know what I mean? That's a style thing.
But Leonardo DiCaprio, even though he did not have dialogue, I will say he was fantastic in the movie.
Yeah, I don't at all doubt his ability as an actor, but sometimes I feel like I can see him doing it. Does that make sense? Like I can see him acting. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about? Like some people you watch and you just totally get lost and you think that they're the character that they are representing. But sometimes I see it peek through for him. Just occasionally. It's very, very slight. It doesn't degrade him at all to me, but you know what I'm talking about at all?
Not with him.
Not with him. Other people though?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mark Ruffalo
Ruffalo. Oh yeah.
For the other movie we watched, I can't remember what it's about, or what it's called. It's about the priest that raped a bunch of boys. Anyway,
that one
was in it, and he's nominated for Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah. You could see it. Yeah.
It did not seem natural.
There was another movie about that a few years ago, Doubt. Do you remember Doubt?
Yeah.
With Philip Seymour Hoffman.
This one was actually mildly interesting because it was about the Boston Globe reporting on it.
Okay.
So it was less on the rapey end and more on the reporting end.
Gotcha.
Still not as good as for
Gotcha. I've been listening. Have I talked to you about Charlie Wilson's War?
I mean, no, I don't guess.
Okay.
I've seen Charlie Wilson's War.
Have you seen that movie?
Yeah.
Okay. So I've been listening to the audiobook of the book that the movie is based on. I just finished it today, actually. Oh my gosh. Totally fascinated by
It's an interesting story.
It's an interesting story. Maybe we should set it up a little bit. So, 80s, early 80s, I guess?
Yeah.
Charlie Wilson is a Texas congressman. I believe he's in the House.
Mm-hmm. And played by Tom Hanks.
Played by Tom Hanks, yes.
In real life.
In real life, yes.
The movie is actually a documentary of Tom Hanks being Charlie Wilson.
Hurts a little bit when you put it that way, but yeah. Yeah. So Charlie Wilson, he's basically a playboy congressman. So he sleeps around a lot. He does drugs.
Yeah, he has a hot tub. Tom Hanks has a hot tub.
He does coke in the hot tub. And troubles. Well, a friend, a prominent another Texan. What is Joanne Herring? She's like a debutante sort of person, but she's a society person. How about that? Debutante's not the right word. Turns him on to the cause of the Mujahideen in Afghanistan, who are fighting the Russian occupation. Now, Charlie, like a lot of people then, I guess, was just like stricken over Vietnam still, and the loss that America had in Vietnam. How we lost to the communists, basically. So he was...
I mean, we didn't lose.
Well, but we did. You know what I mean?
You can't lose an unofficial war.
Well, okay. I guess we didn't win. I guess we didn't win the war in the CIA war in Afghanistan either.
We took our ball and we went home.
Yeah, we did. I guess we did.
And that's what we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this story gets into a lot of inner workings of the CIA, inner workings of Congress, international foreign relations with places like Pakistan and Saudi Arabia, of course, Afghanistan. And basically, it helps you understand the context for really September 11th. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because basically, we gave the weapons, we gave money, we gave supplies to these mujahideen who were dubbed freedom fighters at the time, because we wanted to kick some Russian ass, basically. You know what I mean? And we did it through Afghanistan. And it was a secret war funded by the CIA.
Yeah.
All this stuff, right? Okay. So, but it amounts to later, what we ended up doing is equipping and training a lot of people who essentially had it in for us as well.
I mean,
you know?
we equipped Bin Laden.
Yeah, we did. He's one of the people.
we directly said,
we did.
Hey,
Yeah,
have some crap.
here's some stuff.
You want to be friends? And he went, yeah, okay.
Yeah, and not just him. There were others too.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
these horrible people. But you know, I guess I didn't have, you know, having been born in the 80s, you know, I didn't really have any context for any of this, and a lot of the information hadn't come out. And so it's fascinating to think that, like, the mindset at the time, you know, the mujahideen being Muslims, they almost looked more relatable because the Russians were atheists. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know, it's just that psychology of, you know, these, like, I don't know. It's hard to put a finger on, but I was really fascinated by the whole story and how it came together. All the backdoor dealing that went on, all the favors that got called in. Charlie Wilson had an extreme alcohol problem. Like he drank himself to the point that his heart was about to shut down. And, you know, his heart was working at like 40% because it was soaked in alcohol.
Got some heart failure.
He had some heart failure happening. And this dude, along with this guy, the CIA agent Gust Avrakatos, who was played by Philip Seymour Hoffman in the movie.
What's the name one more time?
Gust Avrakatos.
One more time.
Gust Avrakatos.
5 times fast.
Oh, geez. Gust Avrakatos, Gust Avrakatos, Gust Avrakatos, Gust Avrakatos, Gust Avrakatos. That was pretty good. Yeah. When you hear it on the audiobook like a million times, it helps. So, I mean, they accomplished a hell of a lot. And they did it all, like, you know, basically secretly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, it's debatable how secret.
Well, it's debatable how secret it was. But they did, you know.
It was secret from the public.
Yes, secret from the public.
There's a lot of people who there's a lot of debate on how much one Ronald Reagan had to do with it.
See, the book didn't go into that at all.
There's debate.
Okay.
I've heard people say, you know, he knew a lot of what was going on.
Okay.
And then other people who love Reagan.
Yeah.
You know how people love Reagan.
People love Reagan. And people hate Reagan.
People really love the president who was senile for half of his term.
Turns out that's a good way to be when you're president.
They say he didn't know hardly anything about it.
Okay.
It's all revisionist history because at the time, I mean, it was not a, and in the future, they're probably going to want to kill us a whole bunch.
Right.
So,
no one knew. No one knew that. Right. No, in the book, they didn't talk about Reagan's involvement at all. Basically, the only thing they talked about in regards to Reagan, they talked about the Contra Wars.
Yeah.
And how, you know, I don't know.
It's all.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on there.
Anyway.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. This one guy who was Charlie Wilson's assistant, another guy named Charlie, he got one of the missiles that they, or maybe it was a rocket launcher that they were using, and he put it in the back of his truck, and he drove, and it ended up going off accidentally.
As does happen.
At like a Conoco, and people thought that we had been attacked, and that was a bit of a snafu.
Yeah.
Chernobyl happens towards the end of this too, and that they, you know, talked about how that was part of the reason that the Russians ended up leaving Afghanistan.
Good times.
Yeah, not good times, but it was
great times.
Fascinating stuff.
That was the golden age of America.
America.
Reagan was in the White House. War on drugs.
That was happening.
Win one for the Gipper. Yeah, all the Reagan stuff. You know?
All the Reagan stuff. Astrology readings.
Yeah, Bonzo and
Bonzo goes
bedtime for
Gipper.
Bedtime for Bonzo.
Bedtime for Bonzo. Yeah. What does that mean? Is that
That was a movie.
Bedtime for Bonzo?
He was in a movie called Bedtime for Bonzo.
He was.
Yeah.
Oh,
his co-star was a monkey.
Oh,
I believe Bonzo was the monkey. Don't quote me on that.
Okay, because when I was a child, my parents used to say that to me. They're like, "Oh, it's bedtime for Bonzo."
No, it was a movie.
And I just thought they came up with that.
No, they didn't come up with that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You are deconstructing
Hollywood
my
came
childhood.
up with that.
Interesting.
Ronald Reagan, B-movie actor, starred in this.
Bedtime for Bonzo.
Yeah.
What leads a man from B-movie actor to president?
I believe the California governor's office.
Is it also mystical, though? Is it also in the cards?
Nah.
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 You don't think so?
That's not real.
Yeah.
That's nonsense.
Okay.
Tell Nancy I said so.
Speaking of, it was about, over 6 months ago that we had our cards read.
Yeah.
Did you enact any changes based off the reading of the cards?
Not really.
Not really.
I mean, they're nonsense.
Okay. Well,
I still contend that
the whole thing is shenanigans. Yeah.
I mean, you can read whatever you want into it.
Yeah.
It's shenanigans. It's tomfoolery.
Subsequently, I did actually meditate more after it, which was a good thing, and I got a song out of it, which is another thing that happened. So there's that. Mm-hmm. That was nice.
Yeah.
I'd do it again. I really would.
I don't know. It takes time.
Yeah. Your effort threshold is real low.
I have things I'd rather do with my time. I have a lot of hobbies.
Yeah.
I don't need to add seeing witch doctors to it.
Witch doctors, Nathaniel.
It's not a thing I have time for.
Yeah, well,
I've got like 8 things I'm doing right now.
Yeah, that's true.
So
there's a fair amount of stuff going on.
Yeah. I'm a busy guy. I'm a busy guy.
Making things happen.
I've got house stuff.
Yeah.
I'm building a guitar.
You're still working on your guitar?
Yeah.
How's that going?
I mean, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I'm writing. I had to watch all the Best Picture movies.
Yeah.
I'm done with that for a year.
Check it off.
Yeah. Until I find out what next year's are.
Now, is this the first time you guys have done that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now I can watch the Oscars, and instead of being upset about the choices for no reason, I can be upset about the choices for an actual reason.
This is true.
Because Room will not win, The Revenant will win. I almost guarantee it.
Yeah.
Room is better, The Revenant will win.
Yeah. I remember another movie that I think it did win something that year. Life of Pi, and then there was a movie, Beasts of the Southern Wild. I think it was.
Seems familiar.
Yeah.
Haven't watched it.
That was pretty good. I liked it. It was pretty good. I still don't remember anything else that was up that year, but
so it was a strong year for movies, is what you're saying.
Yeah, at least those two. Yeah,
there were 2 movies that year.
Hey, what do you think is more crap, the Grammys or the Oscars? I have a definite opinion about this.
They're both crap in different ways.
Okay, explain.
Well, the Oscars, instead of picking movies that people enjoy,
yes,
there's a lot of politics involved. For instance,
yes,
Brokeback Mountain. While I like Brokeback Mountain, when it won, most of the reason it won was for political reasons.
Okay,
they were playing the politics of this. Let's make a statement about gay relationships.
Yeah.
Whatever. But that doesn't make it the best movie. It just means that that's what was in the movie.
Yeah.
They do that a lot. It's very predictable. Like if there's a Holocaust movie up for Best Picture,
Right.
Holocaust movie wins. Doesn't matter what else happened, Holocaust movie wins.
Right.
Tom Hanks is going to be nominated.
He is
Every
great.
year.
He is great.
Every year.
Meryl Streep as well.
Yeah. It's very predictable.
Yeah.
The Grammys, on the other hand, it's a bunch of old white guys voting, and so I'm very hot about this today.
All right.
Taylor Swift won Album of the Year last night.
She did. I didn't watch it.
Kendrick Lamar did not.
That's crazy.
Kendrick Lamar's album,
Yeah.
one of the best albums in like the last decade.
Yeah.
It's a complete album. It's all the way through. There's an ongoing narrative through
Right.
the whole thing.
Right. He was nominated, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He lost
That's
to
crazy.
an album that contains a bunch of breakup songs. Because, I mean, that's all Taylor Swift
And to
does.
be fair, and I don't know, I haven't read the liner notes on the records, but I would imagine that a lot of people worked on the Taylor Swift record. A lot of people.
Well,
you know what I mean?
yeah. A lot of people worked on Kendrick Lamar's, too.
Did they? Was it like a?
I mean, it's hip-hop.
well, I know there's
You got
that.
a different producer for every song, and you got...
Yeah. No, I get that. But like, I don't know. There's just so I don't know. I haven't listened to either record, so I have no idea. But I see where you're coming from.
Well,
know?
where I'm coming from is one was decidedly a better album.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the critics thought it was a better album. I thought it was a better album.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift's music is garbage. Kendrick Lamar's music is very good.
Yeah.
He created an album that was full of social commentary at a time that it's very important to have social commentary. It's an ongoing narrative. Every song was very well crafted and unique. Taylor Swift chose pop music and sang a bunch of white girl songs, so the old people were more comfortable with that. That is my theory.
Yeah.
I'm going with it.
Now, can anyone else win last night that you can remember?
Did anyone else? No, they
No,
just
I know.
gave the
I know.
one.
There's just the one Grammy this year.
Well, what category?
I don't know. Like song of the year.
Record of the year, I think, was Uptown Funk.
I don't even know who that is.
It's Mark Ronson
Oh, it is.
and Bruno Mars.
Oh, okay. Well, that I could see.
It's a good song. I'm very confused about. They have Record of the Year and Song of the Year
Well, and they have album of the year.
and Album of the Year.
I don't
Record
know.
of the Year is a single.
Yes.
Song of the
Song of
Year
the
is
Year.
also a single.
Yeah, I don't get that.
I'm not sure what the differential.
Me neither.
And it wasn't the same nominees.
Interesting.
Uptown Funk was not nominated for Song of the Year. I
will
believe.
say that just given that on paper, Mark Ronson and Bruno Mars, that seems like I don't know what the quality is, but again, that seems like another safe choice. That's my thing about the Grammys. And people, just so you know, I think this is how the Grammys work. People in the industry vote.
Yeah.
That's how, I don't know how
Yeah,
that.
but it's been a bunch of old white guys at this point.
Well, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know how the candidates are chosen. I don't know if they write in or what the deal is, but
If it's like
the final vote.
if it's like every other award show, if you are a part of the organization, you get to nominate people, and the most nominations gets.
That sounds right.
Here, let me
sounds
go
right.
through the ones that annoy me here.
All right.
So, Ed Sheeran
Oh.
won Song of the Year.
Ugh.
I'm wrong. No, never mind. I wasn't wrong. Uptown Funk won Record of the Year,
Okay.
which is a different thing. Whatever.
Yeah. we don't know
Meghan
what that is.
Trainor won Best New Artist. All about that bass.
I'm all about it.
That's what she did.
Yeah.
That's her contribution to culture. Is all about that bass.
Yeah.
Courtney Barnett. I mean, listen to her much better.
Wait. Courtney Barnett was up for Best New Artist? Oh, she totally should have won.
Well,
She's
didn't-
great.
She didn't win.
Oh, my God. See,
But she didn't win.
here again, this gets my hair up. Courtney Barnett is fucking awesome.
Yeah, but she didn't win. Best Rap Album. Kendrick Lamar did get Best Rap Album.
Well, good. That's
because the old white guys voting went, well, we have to vote for somebody here, and it's not an Eminem year.
good. Right.
Let's see. Some song featuring Justin Bieber won Best Dance Recording.
For real.
I think that was one that had Diplo involved. I'm not going to swear by it.
All right.
Best pop vocal album, Taylor Swift.
Okay. She also get album of the year?
Yes, I don't want to talk.
Oh my
Best country album. This one I'm on board with.
Okay.
Chris Stapleton.
Yeah.
Traveler.
Yep.
Great album.
Yep. I haven't heard it, but
Oh, all the songs I've heard are very good.
Everybody
I've heard
seems
most
to,
of it at this
everybody
point.
seems to like it.
Alabama Shakes, best alt album.
Okay.
I'm on board with that.
Fine with it.
And best rock performance
Okay.
for Alabama Shakes. Best rap song, Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, if he didn't. Anyway. Let's see. Best R&B performance, The Weeknd won it.
Oh, The Weeknd, yeah.
For a song he wrote for 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah. Earned it. Is that the one?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
I've never heard it.
Yeah. I like The Weeknd, though.
Muse won Best Rock Album.
Ugh. I'm not a Muse fan. Sorry. What?
It was just such a visceral reaction to Muse.
I'm not.
I've never heard anyone have a strong reaction to Muse either way.
I just don't.
Everyone else's reaction to Muse is just...
Sometimes it rocks, and I get it, but like, I just don't. We could do a lot better. That's what I'm saying.
D'Angelo
Oh yeah.
won Best R&B Album.
Okay.
That I'm on board
Respectable.
with. Because D'Angelo...
is the best R&B artist
yes.
in the last
It's
era.
It's not even close.
No, I know.
It's not even close.
Yep.
Let's see. Any other of note? That this will upset all the country fans.
Yeah.
Best country group performance, Girl Crush.
Yeah, Girl Crush has been getting a lot of.
Well, it upset a lot of people at the time. I don't know if people are still upset about it or if they've finally gotten over it.
Right.
Maybe they actually read lyrics and learned what the song was about.
Right.
But
Even if it was about what they thought it was about, not a big deal.
it's not though. And everyone freaked out and went, "It's about lesbians!" No.
Katy Perry did this like 10 years ago.
Anyway, so Taylor Swift.
I don't know, man.
I hope she gets hit by a bus.
Okay. I'm not. I don't share that opinion. Here's the thing. Like, the Grammys always disappoint me because there's always a great record that they just totally bypass. Just like this year.
Yeah.
You know, like you say, album of the year should have been Kendrick Lamar,
Yeah.
not Millar.
Yeah.
There was a year, I don't remember what year it was, but Wilco should have won for Yankee Hotel Foxtrot and didn't. And it was the best record that entire year. Something stupid won.
Well,
you know what I mean? And they'll occasionally give it to a Radiohead or something.
Yeah.
But
Beck won last year.
yeah, Beck is a safe choice at this point. I'm sorry. They just don't take any unsafe choices, and it pisses me off.
You know why?
Because the way it's decided on.
Because it's a bunch of old white guys voting.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
All right. This is my backup defense, and this will end my argument.
All right.
On the Metacritic website.
Metacritic.
If you're not familiar, what Metacritic does
I'm not familiar.
is it compiles all of the ratings from other critics into one
that's
1 to
cool.
100 score.
I like that.
Taylor Swift, her album 1989 has a 76. Kendrick Lamar, his album, well, it's weird that they have a rating for him as a person, is a 96.
Yeah. Right.
That is not just universal acclaim.
Right.
That's like universal, this is a classic album status.
Right.
1989 does not have that. Whatever.
I know. It's just
She's the worst.
I just wish that. Well, I'm not personally.
She's a garbage human being.
I'm not gonna go quite that far, but
I hear that Taylor Swift drowns kittens for fun.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's on the record.
That would be crazy if that was the next record. It's just called "I Drown Kittens for Fun."
Actually, I would vote for that
I would
one.
too. I feel like
Without having heard any of it.
like that's ballsy. Go for it. You know, I don't care if it's an electronic polka album. I'm good.
Might as well be. I'd like that as much as what she's doing now.
I mean, there's just I don't know. I just think the Grammys are. I just think they don't. They just never make choices that I'm happy about.
Well,
and I care more about albums, so the Oscars piss me off less because I'm not as versed.
You also have the downside of you like weird crap.
Yeah, I do. This is true.
And it's stuff that most people don't like.
Yeah.
You're not going to have most people voting for the weird crap you listen to.
I know. But, I get that. I get that. It's just hard. It's hard for me not to understand why everyone doesn't feel the same way as I do.
Well, you like weird crap. Stop liking such weird crap.
What's funny is there was a time when I would have intentionally gone towards weird stuff, and just to do it, just to be different or whatever. But I'm past that, and I legitimately like things that other people don't like now.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
You don't have to convince me.
No, I'm just saying.
No, you don't have to convince me that it's a
growth.
legitimate like of all these things.
Okay, personal growth. Personal growth. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm still catching up too. Like I'm listening to old records because there's so much that I missed.
Well, that's probably your problem.
Yeah, that's part
None
of it.
of those are going to get
I know.
nominated for the album of the year.
I don't stay current anymore, and I don't worry about it anymore either.
I only stay current when I feel like it.
Yeah.
So, like, for instance, when I saw that a hip-hop album had a 90, at the time it was a 97 on Metacritic.
Yeah.
Which is the highest of any hip-hop album in history on the website.
Wow.
I'm like, okay, I gotta listen to it.
Did Frank Ocean win last year? Didn't that happen?
Was that for whatever Orange? I can't think of the name of it. That wasn't. I think that was 2 years ago.
Was it 2 years ago? Yeah. Was it album of the year though?
I don't think it was album.
Oh, okay. That's the category that gets me the most.
Yeah, he won something, and it's a good album. Frank Ocean's a very good musician.
Yeah,
I like him.
I've listened to it too. I did dig it. I dug it.
Were you upset that he wasn't nominated for album of the year?
No, I wasn't. From 2 years ago.
Yeah.
No, I've moved past that at this point. Yeah.
Well, good. Personal growth.
Where are you getting your? Is it just Grammy.com?
What?
Your nominees and stuff.
I mean, on the internet.
No, I know, but is it Grammy.com? Is that what it is?
I Google Grammy nominees.
Okay.
Have you ever used Google?
Yeah, a couple times.
Let's see. I'm finding out. What year was Yankee Hotel Foxtrot?
Maybe 2001, maybe something like that.
I'm seeing what won that year.
Okay.
Because it's going to bug me.
Yeah.
Because I have heard you rant about this
multiple times. It's a great
so
record.
Many
it's
times.
Such a good record. And I'm not even the world's biggest Wilco fan anymore. I fell off.
Was it nominated?
I think so.
Well, it wasn't 2001 then.
Maybe try to. No, 2001.
Because 2001, Steely Dan won.
Try later. Maybe it was a lot later than that, actually. Maybe it was like, I don't even remember. Well, we should find out what year that record came out.
Let's see.
Yankee Hotel.
I've just noticed that Kanye West has been nominated for Album of the Year many, many times. Never wins.
Interesting. That's crazy.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
No, it was released in 2001.
Then he wasn't they weren't nominated.
Okay, well that was a real shame then.
Beck got nominated.
2001.
Eminem got nominated. Okay. Radiohead got nominated.
Okay.
Paul Simon got nominated.
Those are all pretty good choices.
So,
in my opinion.
And Steely Dan won.
I mean, Steely Dan, come on.
It's amusing to me that you're still ranting, though, about an album from 15 years ago.
No, I know.
Just let go, man.
It's a shame, dude.
Let me put this into perspective. Since then, Norah Jones has won Album of the Year. That means that was her first that was the first album that she won Album of the Year.
She released.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Outkast released Speaker Box and The Love Below.
Yeah.
3 years after the year that you're ranting about. 3 years.
Did they win?
Yeah.
Yeah, it did win. I remember
they
watching
won.
it. I remember watching it.
U2 won for How to Dismantle an Atomic Bomb.
Ugh.
The Dixie Chicks won. The Dixie Chicks have been dead for a decade.
The zombie chicks resurrected.
Robert Plant, Alison Krauss.
Yeah, I
won?
can see why that one won.
That was very good.
Yeah, I don't like that kind of thing, but yeah.
Arcade Fire won.
Yeah, okay. I'm good with that.
Beyonce did not win for I Am Sasha Fierce.
Yeah, crazy.
I don't know anything about that one.
I
Anyway,
am such a fierce.
I will say that that's one of the worst album titles I've ever heard.
It's pretty dumb. I'll go out on a limb and say that. It is pretty dumb.
Whether it's a great album or not, and I know that one Kanye West would lead me to believe it was.
Right.
I do not. I do not like the title.
No, I completely agree. Uptown Funk. Du-du-du-du-du.
But have you heard Uptown Funk?
No, I'm just doing stuff.
It's.
No, Can't Feel My Face is the one from the Weeknd. That's the one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was talking about this yesterday.
Yeah?
What's causing him to not feel his face?
I don't know. Probably some sort of neuron blocking.
I was
Neuron
saying he
blocking?
needs to, if when he's around this woman he stops feeling his face,
Right.
needs to get away from her because she's causing nerve damage.
Yeah, this is true.
I don't know.
I can't feel my face because I'm allergic to you.
I don't understand the song. I mean, I get the general sentiment.
Yeah.
Don't understand what would cause you to not feel your face.
Yeah, I think it's nerve damage. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't talk about it anymore. I'm not going to get any more upbeat
You know what's
talking about the Grammys.
you know what's the most upsetting award show?
What's that?
The Tonys.
Oh, I thought you said the word show that people give the least shit about.
No. The most upsetting.
Just because it's the
Yeah.
musicals.
I'm always like, why hasn't Cats won again?
Guys and Dolls, come on.
What? Where's the Cats? I thought this was the Cats award show.
I don't know why, but every time I'm around my mom, there's always one of those dog shows on TV.
Like the Westminster Dog Show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Seems like it's always on, and I'm always seeing the end as well. Like I'm not seeing the lead up, which I'm happy about because it's goddamn boring.
What breed wins?
Just different ones, but you know,
But like, if you had to guess, the winner of the next dog show you watch,
Border Collie.
that seems fair.
Pretty good guess,
Yeah,
right?
that seems fair.
Yeah, they are gorgeous dogs.
That's a good choice.
Yeah. I think I saw some little crazy thing when,
Yeah.
Jack Russell is the dog I feel the worst for. They just, arguably the Chihuahua is a more pitiable, what's the word I'm looking for? I could feel more pity for the Chihuahua. But the Jack Russell is so anxious.
Yeah.
Just so anxious.
I feel bad for hairless dogs.
Yeah. There's that.
Just having to walk around nude all the time.
All the time.
And then their owners go, man, our dog looks cold. Let's put a sweater on him.
And the dog is like, no.
Yeah.
No. Can we find a way to regrow my fur?
Yeah. I think someone should start marketing dog toupees for hairless dogs.
I like that idea quite a bit.
Yeah. Just attach it on. It looks natural.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah.
Hey, if you get up close, you can tell it's not really dog hair.
I want to put a Superman spit curl on a Chihuahua.
I like it.
Then I can die. If I could see that once in my life,
I'm for it.
I could rest happily. So, can I tell you something real quick?
If you want.
You seemed like you had a thought there.
Yeah.
I don't want to interrupt you.
No.
Okay. It's Lent, yeah? It's Lent right
Like
now?
Pocket lint.
No, Lent.
I'm not Catholic. I don't speak that.
Well, we talk about it in...
Nah.
No?
No.
All right, fine. It's Lent. Lent.
yeah.
Yeah. I missed it by about a week because I didn't realize until Sunday that Lent had begun.
Okay.
But I'm trying to give up booze for Lent, or for 3 weeks, 4 weeks of Lent, whatever it is. How long is Lent usually? 40 days?
I believe that
works
is the
out
case.
to 5.5 weeks.
I believe that's the case.
So for 4.5 weeks, I'm gonna try to give up the bottle.
You're going to try?
I'm gonna try to give it up. Yeah.
Why is it just trying?
Well, I mean, I can
That's not
do
very
it.
positive.
I can do it. You want me to have a nice positive outlook on this?
Yeah.
Okay.
You sound very uncertain about the whole thing.
Okay. Well, I'll be confident. I'm going to give up the booze for Lent.
Forever.
No, just for Lent.
Ever.
And then the day after, what ends Lent? Good Friday? No. Palm Sunday. One of those.
Not Catholic.
I know.
I don't know. I don't do Lent.
I'm doing a real good thing here. Whatever. At the end of it all, it's gonna be glorious. I'm gonna have a nice drink at the end.
I know that as the house cynic of the podcast,
Yeah.
you would fully expect me to not be on board with Lent.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you,
All right. Okay.
people act like Lent is second New Year's. Like they get their New Year's resolution.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm gonna do this for New Year's, and then a week into it they stop.
Okay.
And then people for Lent go, okay, but seriously, I'm going to give this up for Lent. That's what Lent has turned into.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing or a good thing.
Yeah.
I'm just
what
saying
it is.
most people do not use it for any real religious experiences.
Yeah. I this is my first try at giving something up for Lent.
As a child, I gave up soda for Lent.
That's a good one,
Is it?
I guess.
I did not grow any by doing it. What happened was I drank lemonade instead of soda.
Oh, there you go. Well, okay.
And
all right.
then
There's
after 40 days, I went, okay, now I'll have a soda.
I would argue that for me, there is no real alternative for alcohol. I mean, I'm not going to start like smoking weed or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, it actually is a bit of a sacrifice.
Well, it's a sacrifice.
A bit.
But are you going to get any religious growth out of it?
Probably not.
Is there spiritual growth
No.
that is the goal here?
No, my liver
I'm not saying it's bad.
will thank me. Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Now, if I give up food
yeah,
for 40 days, I think I
well,
would
there are people who
grow
do that.
spiritually.
there are people who do that.
Sure they are.
It's a terrible idea.
Well, it is, but it's bad for your health even. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think I would grow as a person.
You know what's the lamest?
What's that?
When you're like, I'm going to do Lent, but on Sundays, I'm
Yeah.
allowed to do whatever.
I know.
That's-
I know.
That's just lame.
It's so Roman.
It's I don't buy it. I don't like it.
Nope.
If you're going to do it,
Do it.
do it right.
Yeah.
Give it up.
Yeah.
So,
Chicka what?
you have given up alcohol for Lent.
I have given up alcohol.
Is your wife rubbing in the fact that she can currently have alcohol in front of you?
Not yet, but I'm sure we'll get to that point.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long until you lose your mind when that happens?
Probably had about 2 more days in me. Yeah. I'm on day 3. 3. Yeah. And I have some booze. Like, I have it sitting in a bottle.
That's where most people keep it.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I didn't do the thing where I have an
I have it in a bowl in my cabinet.
I have an anti-gravity space where it just floats around in the air. No, so I didn't do the thing where it's like, okay, I'll finish the bottle and then I'll start.
Right.
I'm like, no. I have some. I'm not going to finish it.
I will say that's a benefit to Lent because it gives you a defined starting period.
It's true. It's true.
So you can't do I'll just have 30 more.
Right. Nope.
You can't do that.
You just went from eating like what looked like
Eating-
imaginary
eating-
Snickers to
yeah,
like firing up heroin.
Those are the two choices.
Oh, okay.
When you're doing Lent, you either give up candy
Yeah.
or heroin.
Now, of the two, which do you think is more difficult to give up?
Are we talking Snickers?
Yeah.
Heroin.
Yeah. Oh, okay. What's your favorite candy?
If it's Reese's Cups,
Okay, Reese's
I would
Cups.
probably have a harder time giving up Reese's
Reese's
Cups.
Cups. Then heroin.
Heroin, it just seems like a whole thing.
Well, you got to get started.
You'd have to go find it.
Yeah, there's supplies.
And then you have to get the needle.
There's a kit. A heroin starter kit.
I mean, if I'm too lazy to ever become an addict to any hard drug, because I would never try it because it's just like, I mean,
Until you have the. If you ever did though, then I think it changes for you.
no,
No.
nah, I'm too lazy for it.
Okay. Too lazy. Hear this world. Nathan is too lazy to become a heroin addict.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, you gotta track down the heroin. Plus, then you got this weird relationship with a guy who is just there to sell you the heroin.
Yeah.
But he wants to be friends.
It could be kind of a thing.
He
like,
wants to hang out.
Yeah.
I want to hang out with him.
Okay. I mean, it could
I just
be,
want to get my heroin and get out.
and go. Yeah. It's a whole thing.
So then I have to go find a different guy that I feel like is going to be less chatty, but it's lower quality. Plus, I have to go find needles somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, where do I get needles? Probably at Walgreens, but I don't want to ask the guy where the needles are at because he's going to know what's up. And I'm not going to use a dirty needle.
No,
I hear
no.
that's how you get diseases.
A few. There's a few.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A handful of diseases.
Yeah.
Like the cold.
Yeah. Common cold. The flu is only spread through dirty heroin needles.
Yeah. So I can't do it. It's just too much. And that, amongst other reasons, is why I will never do heroin.
You know, Tarantino really got it right in Pulp Fiction because Travolta's heroin dealer is Chatty Cathy. Yeah. And he's got to stand there and not only talk to him, but talk to his girlfriend.
Yeah, you have to pretend to be friends with them.
You do.
Or they're just not going to sell you
It's kind of
anymore.
like being in the record business. It's like everybody's a buddy, but they're really not. They're kind of your enemies.
Well, I don't... That seems...
Or the...
It seems weird that you're comparing the record industry to heroin.
I mean, the Grammys.
It's weird that you're comparing the Grammys to heroin.
Come on.
Kendrick Lamar did not deserve heroin. He deserved a Grammy.
What if the statues were just the little Grammy person, but it's like needle in the arm Grammy person? And that half of the body is black.
Yeah.
That'd
That's
be
probably
bad.
what's in the gift bags. They always talk about how expensive the gift bags are at those award
This
shows.
is true. This is true.
Like, oh, it's $20,000 worth of gifts. Well,
Yeah.
that's because most of it's drugs. It's a lot of narcotics.
High grade Colombian Coke. Yeah. In a nice gift bag.
Right.
Yeah.
It's in a nice silver container.
Pouch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Alicia Silverstone and what movie was that?
Clueless.
No. Cruel Intentions. Remember Cruel Intentions?
Was that like Clueless? Yes, I remember Cruel Intentions.
Okay, good. Well, she had hair cocaine and a little cross. Remember that? It had a spoon on the end.
And that's actually very efficient.
Pretty chic, too.
Yeah.
I liked
It's a
it.
good decision.
I liked it. It was good. If you're going to be in high school and you're going to do coke,
Right.
get the little cross with the screw-off spoon.
All the people I knew in high school that were using Coke,
Yeah.
that's what they did.
Yeah. Crucifix.
Yeah.
Best way to go. Well, I think we've all learned our lessons this week.
Remember the lesson of the week.
Yeah.
Lansing is the capital of Michigan.
Lansing is the capital of Michigan.
That's the main lesson.
Yeah. The Grammys are bullshit.
Well, just because they don't like weird stuff.
Sushi jackknife.
Sushi jackknife.